Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engine. Today we'll be doing an oil change and oil filter on this Yamaha YFZ450T four-wheeler. They're really simple to do. All we're going to need is a 12mm socket, maybe a 12mm wrench, and a 5mm Allen wrench. And I'll show you how to do it, so hope you enjoy the video. Okay, there's two drain plugs on these. There's one in the back and one in the front. And on some of these styles, they didn't have these nut wraps on them, so you could just take the skid plate off, and them are 5mm. There's 4 or 5mm bolts that hold this on, but I'm not going to take this nut wrapping off. But if you take it off, you might get a little bit of oil on the other side of that skid plate, but we'll just take some carburetor cleaner and clean it off when we're all done. I just jacked it up to show you where the drain plug bolts are, and I'll lower it back down to drain it. I'll just loosen them up. But there's two of them. There's one in the back, and it's right here. We'll just loosen that one up. And there's one in the front, right up there. So I'll go ahead and lower it back down with a drain plug right here and one right here. Make sure you drain them both. So I'll go ahead and lower it back down, and we'll go ahead and drain the oil. We'll drain that first, then we'll change the oil filter next. And before you do this, best thing to do is start them up and let them run for like a minute or two. And while you're doing this, it's a good thing to grease everything. There's a zerk here. On all the front suspension, there's zerks on them. So one thing good about these, they have zerks. And just eye everything over and make sure nothing's bent or broke under there. So I'll get the drain pan and start draining. Okay, the oil's all drained. It's black. And I told you before, it's 3 5 Allen wrench. Well, they just got the one Allen wrench here, and they put two 8mm bolts in for some reason. When it came from the factory, it had all 3 Allen wrench heads, so I don't know if they lost a couple or what, but we'll put them back the way they came. Stick the rag under here. And when you pop this off, check for aluminum flakes for everything. Looks good besides dirty oil. And there's 3 O-rings. Make sure they're all in there and they look in good shape and everything. So we'll grab our new filter. Make sure it matches your old one. Hole on that side. And the hole on that side, this goes in first. And we're going to put a little oil on these. Just use the oil from the old filter. That was the 2 8mm ones. Now we'll put the 5mm Allen head one in there. Supposed to have all 3 of these in there. I don't know why. But there, that's all done. All we have to do now is put new oil in. And whatever you do, don't even attempt to start this till that oil is in there. Let's go to the other side. So there's 2 places we're going to put oil in this. This goes right in the crankcase. Make sure your funnel is clean. And what we're going to use in here is a synthetic blend, 1040. And it usually takes 1.5 quarts. But we're going to put 1 quart in the engine and that sump. We'll put 1/2 quart in there, and then we'll check the dipstick. But if you put it all in this sump, when you start it up, it's going to take a little bit for the oil to get in the motor, and you're going to end up ruining the motor. So let's put a half a quart in here, then we'll check the dipstick. There's a gauge on the side of these. Make sure the dipstick's nice and clean. Okay, as you can see, it's right on full. I'm going to start it up, let it run a little bit. But that's basically all you have to do on these. It's pretty simple. Just make sure you take both drain plugs out. There's one under the motor, and there's one under this sump pump. But always put like a quart in here, because like I said, it takes a while for that oil to circulate out of that tank. And you don't want to ruin these motors. Alright, I hope this video helps you out. Appreciate you watching. If you like my videos, please press the like button and please subscribe. Anyway, you guys have a good afternoon.